Welcome everyone to Kanal SMA 2020. This new
20.
year.
Oh yeah. We pretend to be next year.
Yeah. In this new Kanal SMA 2020, we are using this new year as a new. We come with new resolution in the form of changing our show from instant story to praktis lah. Praktis mean praktek Inggris dalam bahasa Indonesia. If you are from people, if you are watching the show outside Indonesia, praktis mean English practice. So you know the term practice is a little bit confusing. In English, practice mean training, something like that.
Training.
Synonym with training. And then in Indonesia, practice mean efficient, right? Efficient, effective, and the simplest way to get the job done. But actually, we are actually stick with the same format. We are discussing, reading, and then we try to find wisdom from whatever we have in our article, and then hopefully from that interaction we can find new experiences and new understanding about anything in our lives. Today we are come back with different title, and this time we're going to talk about 10 comedy acts that went horribly wrong. And then my partner there will be reading this, and then we try hopefully finding a new discussion or topic to talk about. So yes, sir.
All right. 10 comedy acts that went horribly wrong.
Okay.
Comedy is supposed to be hilarious. However, it has become deadly at times and led to the loss of lives. People have perished while watching comedic acts, or the entertainers themselves have died during their performances. Sometimes the comedians have been murdered, oh my god, of voice cracking in ways that were offensive to certain individuals or groups.
Okay.
Comedians have been killed by criminal gangs and terrorist organizations over their quips. At other times, the humorists were interrogated and threatened with jail time over jokes that the government considered a threat.
There's more.
Any else?
More complicated.
Okay. Number 10 is the Great Yarmouth Suspension Bridge disaster. On May 2, 1845, hundreds of people gathered along the banks of River Bure in Great Yarmouth, Norfolk, England, to watch a clown sitting in a barrel as it was drowned by 4 Gs across the river. Nelson, the clown, worked for William Cook's circus. Around 300 to 400 people had climbed onto the Great Yarmouth Suspension Bridge to get a better view of the clown as he sailed past. This quickly proved disastrous as the structure could not support the massive weight. Its cable snapped, throwing everybody on the bridge into the water. A massive rescue operation began, and survivors were taken to Vauxhall Gardens. Every medical person in town was summoned to the garden to treat the survivors. Rescuers soon started to retrieve the bodies of the dead from the river. Some had simply drowned. The rest had become stuck underwater after being smashed by the bodies of other victims or the parts of the bridge that had fallen on them. In all, 79 people died. The youngest was 2 years old.
2 years.
And the oldest was 64. 58 of the dead were 16 years old younger. The teenagers were watching the performance of the clown,
So...
But it was an accident. It was not because of the clown, actually.
Yeah. But the clown is kayaknya kan apa yang menarik mereka?
This performance brought them to this place, mana River Bure in Great Yarmouth, and then they struggled to see the performance, because maybe it was exciting, interesting. They wanted to watch this good performance, and then they were fallen and then fall into the river.
Under the bridge.
My God.
But do you think comedic or comedian is profession that actually come with high risk that could take the life? Have you ever crossed
Okay. In Indonesia lah ya. When we remember about the legendary comedians in Indonesia, the most legendary, Warkop DKI. Yeah, they were talking about politics, right? At the time when the apa itu Orde Lama, Orde Baru, Orde Lama, Orde Baru, sorry, yeah, new era. Okay, they had ever been jailed, right?
Is it?
Like Kus Plus, yeah. They had ever been jailed, and then I have ever watched the interview of Indro Warkop. At that time, when they were going to perform, they were asked by the officers, because they would perform in front of the officers, the government officers. So the officers forbade them to bring the political issues.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Nah, but of course, as apa itu namanya, university students, they had a big critics, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And they wanted to bring the issues of politics, of economy, of everything happened at the time. But there was a border of it, so they did not feel free to come out with those issues, because at the time comedy would be a good way how to what's that? How to
attract attention?
Get the attention, of having those kind of issues.
But they finally still get prison. They finally still get jailed. Is it true? They ended up in prison.
Yeah.
For how long?
I don't know. They didn't tell how long they were jailed, but it happened to them.
In what year? Because in my experience, Warkop is always bring woman sexual.
In movie, in movie, yes.
I know them from their movie.
Yeah.
Before that,
it was on air, right? It was off air when they performed off air on the stage. Yeah. In the movie, they brought sexy ladies, right? As the spice of the movie to entertain, But some of the jokes, if you paid attention, it was about politics, economy, and everything happened at the time.
Hidden,
sarcasm.
See.
It was a sarcasm, but when they were off air, it could be a little bit dangerous.
Oh, they cannot hide their message when they
are
They cannot use sexy ladies to
of course no. Of course no. Of course no. It was different when they perform off air and on air on TV or on movie gitu.
So they did stand up comedy since 70s? 60s?
Actually, they did not call it stand up comedy, but actually they did it.
And then what's the name that time?
A monologue.
Okay.
Yeah, they knew it was monologue technique. Yeah. Sri Mulat also did it, right? When, if you remember, when the opening of Sri Mulat, there would be one player, one comedian. Let's say siapa?
Mamik maybe?
Mamik. Siapa itu? Gogon. Siapa itu? Ada itu?
Tarzan, Bambang.
No. Gomblo sih.
Keling apa? I don't know.
Yeah, itu ya. And then the first comedian would do monologue, right?
Okay.
Yeah, would do monologue. Yeah.
Related to the topic they will bring.
Yeah. It was like stand-up comedy actually, right? Yeah, but they didn't know it was a stand-up comedy actually.
Oh, jadi bagian itu they use stand-up comedy as a part,
part of the
something.
Yeah, a part of the show. Gitu.
Jadi extra show doang gitu
Nah,
ya.
and then,
Main show-nya.
no. After that, there would come another comedians, right? Come to the stage or to the show gitu.
Nah, jadi mulai ada properti sebagainya di bawah pukul-pukulan gitu.
The property were already there.
Oh gitu.
Yeah. For example, Timbul played as housemaid, security, yeah, and then he would come first to the stage. And then he did monologue to the audience. Yeah, he did the monologue, and then he made the jokes, right? And there would come his employers or his what's that?
Bosnya datang.
His boss, gitu, or his friend maybe.
Oh, jadi pas nyapu-nyapu atau sambil ngeluh gitu
ya kan, sambil monolog kan?
Iya. Sambil ngeluh nyapu ngomong apa gitu. Random gitu.
Yeah.
It's very long story.
Warkop DKI also did that when they head off air. So when they head off air, it doesn't mean that they came 3 of them since the first opening. Itu sometimes there would come intro first.
I see. Yeah.
And then he greeted the audience, and then he threw some jokes to the audience, and then Dono came, and then the last casino came, and then there would be 3 of them.
Wow, very complicated story.
Yeah.
But not as dangerous as this next story, I think. An audience laughed as a comedian dead with performance. Okay, that's dead. This is very new. In April 2019, comedian Paul Barbieri, stage name Ian Cognito, dead during a live performance at the Attic Bar, Chichester, UK. At first, the audience did not realize what was happening and continued laughing, thinking that Ian was only pretending.
Nah, ini. This is the risk of comedian nih.
Curiously, Ian had joked about dying in front of the audience.
Oh, yeah.
Much. He said, "Imagine if I died in front of you a lot." My God. Yeah, so
maybe that was the last sentence, yeah.
Yeah. He said, "Imagine if I died in front of you lot here." I mean, he also was ragged about recovering from a stroke and discovering that he only spoke Welsh. 10 minutes later, he sat on a stool on the stage and appeared to faint.
Ooh.
The audience laughed, thinking it was part of the performance. And so they remains on the stool until compare Andrew Bird approach. Bird expected Ian to awake from his pretentious coma with a joke, but was surprised to find the comedian unresponsive. First aid was administered and an ambulance called. However, the medics declared Ian dead at the scene. Holy God, that's kind of.
But it didn't explain why he died, yeah. I mean, maybe it was heart attack or
heart stroke. Could be. That's pretty.
Yeah, because it was a sudden death, right? But it was coincidence that his material is about that, yeah? Yeah, kan? It was about that, and then the last sentence, imagine that if I died in front of you all, and then break, right? It was like a bridge, right? Bridging sentence gitu, to his death, but it was real, right? So the audience, of course, if I were the audience, I would think that it was part of the comedy scene gitu. And then he fell down, maybe he fainted, right? He fainted.
Kira pura-pura.
Yeah, but we laugh, of course, because it was the punchline, right? Yeah.
I don't know what's my feeling. There's mixed feeling in my heart now. I try to imagine my position as audience of that comedy show, and then I cannot imagine the emotion that scrambling that clashing in my head.
Yeah.
Ini sedih atau gembira atau apa gitu.
After you knew he really dead.
I feel like,
okay.
Is it good dead? Is it wow? Like,
yeah.
I feel guilty of laughing gitu.
Iya sih. Iya.
Ngapain sih gue tadi ketawa beneran gitu. That's kinda
Yeah, but of course it was not his plan to die. To really die, yeah.
But it could be the best joke the best and last joke he ever made in history of his life, I think.
Yeah.
I think his family could share the story a lot.
Yeah.
As a comedian, he finally passed or end his life doing things that he really loved to do.
Yeah.
And then, actually, could be like a perfect death. I mean, as comedian, he have a lot of passion to entertain people, and then his last entertainment, he pays last entertainment.
And he entertained the audience
by donating his own life.
Yeah. It was like Racer.
Oh yeah.
Racer.
Yeah.
When he got accident and then he passed away on the track. So
people
it was part
him
of
hero.
Yeah, it was part of his job actually, but it was also the risk. But in comedy, actually it was not the risk to die on the stage, right? Actually, gitu. But if we had the analogy like that, it was like a racer. Gitu.
Yeah. But do you think comedian has the same risk as any other people who perform sport or extreme sport, for instance? Because people who
to get the accident.
Because last time we read about comedy that we discussed several times that people, either the audience or the comedian himself, dead because of material that he brought. Okay. He laughed too hard, and then suddenly maybe his lung collapsed or her brain suddenly stopped working.
Yeah.
Do you think it could happen? Do you think should be given a warning sign, like when we are buying a cigarette, joke can kill you too? Because it could be happen because people today I think many people today has a kolesterol kayak, darah tinggi kayak, ditambah komedi, it could be a deadly mixture.
Iya.
Banyak kolesterol atau jantungnya udah keblok dengan lemak-lemak.
Okay.
Dan dia suka komedi, and then komedinya terlalu lucu, and then punch.
Yeah. And he had obesity.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could happen, but the risk in comedy, the risk is very small, right? I think there would be a rare people or rare audience or rare comedian who will laugh very hard or burst of laughing like what we discussed. Because I have never seen or I have never heard comedians or the audience laugh too hard and then it caused dangerous thing like that.
Stroke.
Yeah, like heart disease gitu ya. But it is possible to happen actually. But it is only small risk for comedian, But it's different from racer or athletes, right? Yeah, they could be injured, right, by doing his activities as athletes. Gitu.
And then, if you are one of the stand-up comedian that have experience. Jika Anda punya pengalaman menjadi stand-up comedian, lalu salah satu dari penonton Anda meninggal karena materi Anda, apakah Anda akan menjadikan bahan itu sebagai bahan candaan berikutnya gitu, sebagai bahan materi stand-up comedy gitu?
Yes, yeah. But
would you think we're gonna bring that out?
Okay, if it were me aja ya.
Yeah.
At least it were me, okay?
Yeah.
Aduh.
Materi, sebagai bahan materi untuk candaan berikutnya gitu.
Okay. For the next performance, of course, stand-up comedians will bring his experience. Moreover, especially sad experience. Pathetic experience. It is very pathetic, right? When
Super
your
pathetic.
audience dies when you are performing. Actually, I can bring it to the next jokes. On my next performance, but remember, I cannot or I must not take him, I mean the victim, as the target of jokes.
Oh, jadi nggak pakai nama gimana?
No, I mean we don't laugh at him.
Oh,
the target of joke, for example, is me. I am the cause of his death. So the audience will laugh at me, not laugh at him. Yeah, like raping. pemerkosaan. Actually, we can make jokes about raping. But the target of the joke, the target of the laughters is not the victim of the rape, of the raping, sorry. We can laugh at the rapers. We can laugh at the people of, the people who have the mindset that raping is blah blah blah. Gitu. So don't make the victim as the target of your joke. That will be safe. I think that will be safer lah. Gitu.
Ada etikanya berarti masih ada etikanya.
Iya, because of course one joke needs a target of laughters. Nah, as a comedian, we can choose which is the target. Nah, so don't make the victim as the target. That's it. But the topic, we can bring the topic actually about the death of him.
That's super unique itu.
Yeah. But of course the target is not him. Gitu. So the audience will not laugh at him, but will not laugh at the other targets like me or the venue, for example.
Jadi nggak bisa ngetawain. Misalkan misalkan ngetawain. Jadi kalau kesini misalkan jangan gini jangan.
Maybe the venue or my joke, maybe the previous joke that make him die. Gitu. Gitu.
Wow, that's another side of a comedic show that we just discovered. See you again soon with the next episode, Praktis episode 2, part 2. Thank you for attention, everyone, and
goodbye.